Hello everybody, Skippy Gamer here. Welcome to my video review of Undertale. A month or so ago, I started watching some YouTube videos, like I always do. And during one of those times, I heard about a game called Undertale. I was like, okay, whatever. It's just like Five Nights at Freddy's. Or something like that. I mean, it's popularity. Sometime later, I hear it again from my friend, Goodguess, now known as the Goodguess Life. He mentioned it. And sometime later, I asked him where I can get it, where I could get the game. He mentioned it would be on Steam, which, at the time, I didn't have a Steam account at all. After some time to think about it, I decided to get a Steam account and get the game, play it all the way through, and see why people like it so much. Although, during that time, before I fully got my account set up and everything ready to go, I kept on hearing about it on YouTube, which I tried very hard to avoid any videos, any mentions of it as best I can to, keep myself unknown about this game, like what I may be getting into, which was really hard. Sometime later, I get the game, and I played it. And is it an incredible game? Or just okay? Then I guess we should press the start button and find out. Story. The story is, surprisingly, really good. So, basically, many years ago, monsters and humans lived together, peacefully. Until war broke out amongst each other, brutally. But by the end of the war, the humans won, and the monsters were sealed away in a cave, forever. Years later, around the present day as you can see, a young, nameless boy goes to a mountain which people have been mysteriously disappearing from, which happens to be the very cave the monsters were living in. The nameless boy then tripped down the hole into the cave, which was pretty deep. Let's not think about that right now. After starting your file, you walk in the cave until you meet a flower named Flowey, who tells you how to play some of the game, tutorial. Which turned out to be a big fat lie, and he was very close on killing the boy. But then, a kind monster named Toriel saves us. No, it's not a Mimiga. Although, I will admit, it does look like a Mimiga, but it's not. John? She takes us through the catacombs, and teaching us how to really play the game. Which, then, she leaves us to get a surprise ready for us. But we end up following her alone after she tells us to stay. After some exploration, we come to Toriel's house, which looks homey, and lets us live here, just like a mother raising a child. I know! Okay, I want to pause here and say that, as of this moment, she is one of my all-time favorite characters in gaming. Ever! I mean, she takes good care of our main character, like a mother should. And seeing her guide us through stuff, even how she talks to us, it's just it just soothes my heart. It really does. I really like her. Later, our character asks how to get out of the ruins and back to the surface, but she doesn't want the boy to leave. As she goes to the basement, we follow. As we follow, she explains that the basement is the only way out into the rest of the underground. Although, in the past, she has seen many other humans fall down in the cave, and she's seen people go out through the catacombs to the rest of the underground, but then ended up being killed by a guy named Asgore. And she decides to blow up the exit so that nothing can ever enter or leave. Again, let's not think about that. As we try to stop her, she decides to test our strength in battle. Now, at this moment right here, you have I think you have multiple choices, which will affect the game's story. Somewhat, I think. But I'm gonna explain the choice I made. And yeah, I just wanna let you guys know that. As she fights us, and almost kills us, she resists on killing us, indicating that she still cares for the boy so much. But despite that, the boy delivers one fatal blow. And as she says goodbye to us, she mentions that to not let Asgore take our soul, and to keep going until we get out of the cave. And then, she dies. Completely. My child. Yeah, you're not gonna die. No! I did not want that! I didn't want that! I wanted her to live. It was a sad moment for me indeed. As we exit the catacombs, the flower, the mean one, tells us that she was a fool for trying to protect humans, which I just totally disagree. She couldn't even save herself. After that, the title comes on. Yeah, it was. Which did surprise me. I did experience a little bit more of the story than I mentioned right now, but I will stop explaining there. The story is pretty cool and emotional at the same time. Throughout the game, it throws event after event at you in a way that makes you feel like you are in this adventure, and gives you choices too. And there were parts that really touched my heart. Like this part right here. I know. It is. Plus, the comedy in this game was funny. I really liked it. All in all, the story is really great. The best kind I've ever seen. One thing I've found very shocking when I recorded the footage for this review is that I restarted this game and the game remembered my first playthrough. Like, right here when I have to fight Toriel. But instead of what she said the first time you played this game, she says something like, "You knew this would happen." Others. There is only one solution to this. Prove yourself. Prove to me you are strong enough to survive. Plus, during the battle, when I try to talk to her here, it actually says that my character knows that we know that she will die here, and it actually gives me an option to let Toria live instead of letting her die. I know! I couldn't believe it myself! But that wasn't all that was new. Remember the part when the flower says that she was a fool for protecting humans? He actually called me an animal, because it knows that I played that part of the game before, and I made no effort to save her. Because I wanted to record a couple of videos that shows me playing the game without my commentary, just for this review, to keep it as accurate as you guys saw me in the other 5 videos as I could. And it was due to that reason why I didn't spare her. I still killed her, just for that reason. Although I will probably do it next time, if I get the chance again. You know what, I didn't expect this feature either. I mean, I would have expected it as like a New Game Plus for when I finish the game, but I was shocked to find out that this could actually happen early in the game, like even before I finish it. Although I am worried. Because I want to experience the game alone without any remembrance like that, like no one knows that I was ever there. So when I start to play alone, I wonder how you can start over but not have that happen again. I've been thinking about that for a while, but in the end, I guess I decided to just reset it again and just accept it no matter what, even if it does remember me or not. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Yes, I guess I would have. I would have. But other than that, the story is awesome. Now, I did have somewhat of a hard time figuring out what to score the story, but after some time to think about, I came to a decision. Just note that I am actually going to play this game all the way through on my own time. So, I may have a different opinion on this by the end of the game, so... yeah. So, with everything I said and more, I decided to give story 4 stars. Music. The music is pretty good. It seems like it has some old classic kind of music, with some modern stuff to it also. And there are other sort of songs too, like that sound dark, epic, scary, or touching. The sound effects are okay too, though I can never seem to form any opinion about sound effects in any of my reviews, as you may have noticed. But all I can say is that it fits the game in puzzle solving, or in creature sounds, or anything else really well, which is nice. I do like the villainous laugh that the flower makes. It's just so evil. Other than that, the sound effects are okay, and fits the game at times. With everything I said and more, I decided to give music 3 stars. Graphics. The graphics to this game is pretty cool. Before playing this game, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to enjoy it, cause from all the screenshots and stuff I've seen of it, it looked... It just gave me a bad feeling that I wouldn't like the game that much. But, surprisingly, it was good. It mixes some old with some cool, detailed pixel art. With some cool coloring, too. Although not as awesome as Earthbound was. Most of the character animations are black and white-like, mainly in battle. Which, before playing this game, I thought would be the kind of design that would keep me away from liking this game. But, I was wrong, thank goodness. Which I think was interesting. Although, I don't know why he chose this kind of design for battles or anything. Other than that, the graphics are cool. Although, I love the character design for Toriel. I mean, how they designed her in the overworld makes her so mother-like that I just love it. With everything I said and more, I decided to give graphics 4 stars. Gameplay. The gameplay is okay. During my playthrough of this game, better yet, even before I started playing this game, I always thought of the gameplay was being heavily inspired by Earthbound. And if you do a comparison, you can see some similarities really well. But, of course, there are some differences. Like, for one, there is no sprint button at all. Yeah, it is. Although, during my 5 videos, it really didn't bother me that much. Although, I have a feeling it may bother me in the future as I try to play this game all the way through, alone. Probably. The one thing I hate in any RPG game is here, and that is auto-spawns. Thankfully, it's not as bad as Earthbound 0, but there were times that it did bother me, sometimes. But then there were other times where I was involved with something else in the game where I didn't really think about that much, but I guess I have mixed feelings about how it was handled here. Plus, there were some spots which didn't have any auto-spawns at all, like this hallway right here. Or this lovely house. But despite that, I still didn't like it that much. But it wasn't a total issue for some of the game. But I just wish it wasn't in here. Each battle is interesting, and is a kind of battle system I never seen in any sort of RPG game until now. 5 stars for originality, Toby Fox. Each battle you encounter, you can either fight the enemy, or just have a friendly conversation to change his mind on fighting you. And there will be times where an enemy will not want to fight you at all from first encounter or anything. And there were other times where an enemy will not want to be reasoned with at all, and you have no choice but to fight him. So, each battle gives you a choice if you want to be a killing machine to these enemies, or be as caring as you can and spare a lot of these enemies. Which, sparing them is something I would think the creator of this game wanted us to do a lot. But sparing an enemy can be hard, especially due to the fact that killing enemies is the only way to get XP, which helps you level up. Each time an enemy attacks, you have to dodge any white projectiles in this box down below. If you get hit, your HP will go down, and each attack will vary on the enemy and their mood, etc. And if there are 2 enemies on the same screen for a battle, 2 types of white projectiles of different kinds will be launched as, you know, a double attack, making it a bit harder to dodge. But one other interesting thing about the whole box thing is during some boss fights, they will start the dodge box for you to avoid stuff, and they may not attack you. They may want to show you something that would satisfy them. Like this, right here. There are instances of puzzles in some parts of the game. In the beginning of the game, at least. Some of the puzzles were done for you, mainly by Toriel. Although puzzles may have only been for that one section of the game. So, who knows? I heard online that there is a specific way to play this game to get one of the endings. No doubt, the best ending. So there is that, which is nice. Although I hope the process to get the best ending is not as complicated as it is in Cave Story. I just hate the processes like that make it so complicated. I can only hope. No, I don't think so. Oh yeah! My gosh, I can't believe I forgot that. Thanks, John. Two more things I will mention about the gameplay is that the fact that if you reset the game, it will remember what you did in your first playthrough, which was interesting, although I had a lot on my mind after figuring that out. One of those things in my mind being the fact that you could have saved Toriel! But, other than a lot of things being in my mind, I think it's a cool feature. And there is a treasure chest where you can take stuff out or store stuff in. And the game does state that even if you leave stuff in this chest, it will be carried over to another treasure chest further in the cave, which I found to be a cool feature. I will stop explaining the gameplay there. And with all of this in mind, I can tell the creator of this game wanted to make an emotional experience like no other. That makes us feel like we're actually in the game, and we have a choice to be a kinda guy to our enemies, or the complete opposite. And I can tell that he got the concept from Earthbound, Mother 3, and other RPG games. Looking at this game, I can tell that he played Earthbound, Mother 3, and other RPGs with the concept of feeling like you are in it and are emotionally involved with it, that he decided to take that concept to a whole new level. A kind of level that I have never, ever seen before. Like, ever. And I really like this concept. It truly is inspirational. So good work, Toby. And with all of this in mind, I really like this game! I like it so much! I hear a lot of people say it's a good game, although I heard these kinds of talk before about Cave Story, and I wasn't that much into it. But this game mostly defied my expectations. I recommend this game to everyone. I encourage you to get this game, play it all the way through, and tell the story on how much you loved going through this masterpiece. And I did answer this question before, like in the review a couple times, but in case you didn't catch it, yes, I will play this game all the way to the end. I mean, I am already into it. I want to experience this game's story. And when I finished it, I will come back, do another review, and I will tell you how much I loved going through it. Well, I have another adventure ahead of me, so I should end this review so I could get going. With everything I said and more, I decided to give gameplay 3 stars. With everything I said and more, I decided, until I finish this game, to give this game 4 stars with a silver medal. And I recommend this game to people who are fans of RPGs, and for people who would want a great emotional story like never before. Another review done, and it didn't really take that long. Thank goodness it wasn't as long as my Song Adventures 2 review. Now I don't remember how long that took. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody. This was a cool game to go through. And yes, it is true, this was my first time I ever played this game, and I'm so glad I decided to do this blind, like with barely any information at all, because if I knew some stuff about it, I may never have enjoyed this game as much as I have right now. So, in case you skipped a lot of the video, I did say a couple times that I will play this game all the way through. Although, I did have a hard time deciding, should I do a Let's Play on it, like now, or should I just experience it myself? After some time to think about it, I decided to, like, experience it myself and vlog some of it. I mean, not with me talking, but just vlog some of it without my commentary. I mean, I'll be honest, when I'm recording and having commentary in, I'm always thinking of something to say to keep the video live and fresh in commentary that it just never feels like I'm having fun or anything. So, I may need to do some new methods to make it fun, plus with commentary, but I guess due to that reason, even the reset mode, like when you reset the game, it remembers you and stuff like that, and due to that feature and what I just mentioned earlier, are two reasons on why I may just experience it myself. But I'm thinking of like recording it all the way through, then using that footage in my review and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, but I encourage you, don't wait for me. Take my word for it. It's a great game. I know I probably didn't go that deep into it, as in for how long it is, but I could tell you, for how long I've played it, I loved it. I recommend it to you. All of you. A lot of you. I just can't recommend it enough. So, if you have a Steam account, go out and buy it. Okay, as I recall, I think, don't quote me, I think it was $7, $7.99. I think. I will look again, but yeah, I think that's how much. You know what, I'm gonna look right now. Hang on. Nope. I just looked. I was wrong. It's $9.99 by the time I record this. Also, you could get the entire soundtrack for Undertale for $9.99 also. Or, I actually have a screen of the store in front of me right now. You could get a bundle of both the game and the soundtrack for $17.99. So, I'd say it isn't that expensive. Although if you want one of them, like if you just want the game, I'd say you're getting your money's worth. And it's not that much as like $20 or anything, so yeah, honestly, I don't think it's that much. I think you will be getting your money's worth, and it's not that much. Like, it's not like how much it has to be to get a new Nintendo 3DS XL, which is $200. Man. But, yeah, so I do encourage you to get it, especially with that price. I mean, it's a good price. Okay, but with that out of the way, I guess I'll just see you guys next time. So, just trying to think, is there something else I want to mention? You know what? I'm drawing a blank. I don't think I need to mention anything. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. So very much. Oh my gosh, I forgot my ending. If you like this video, can't believe I forgot my ending. Be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe. No swearing in the comments. I am watching you. Tell friends and family about this channel, and sorry if that was a new year. I will see you guys next time. Okay, I will see you guys next time, everybody. See ya, and get Undertale. Oh, one more thing. Good work, Toby Fox, for making this masterpiece. I could tell I got my money's worth. Okay, I'm going to bed now. Good night, Toriel. Yeah, John? Yeah? Yes, I will save her. She is one of my favorite characters in gaming of all time, and after everything I said in this review, I want to save... I want her to live through my experience in the story. Yeah, of course. Thanks for watching, everybody.